Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Hello students, hello English learners, how are you today? Hopefully all things are good. Welcome to the English learning video with me, Miss Christianingsih. Okay, let's talk about conditional sentence of type 2. In the English learning video with me, Miss Christianingsih. The goal of this learning video, the first goal, students or English learners are able to understand social functions, text structure, and linguistic elements to us instead about conditional sentences of type 2. School, student can make conditional sentences of type 2. Now let's see what conditional sentences are. Conditional sentences are sentences which describe a conditional situation. Conditional sentences consist of a main clause and if clause. The main clause is a result, and if clause is a condition. Conditional sentences aim to express cause and effect, which contains condition regarding the possibility of something happening, a supposition, imagination, or an event that has not yet happened. Okay, students, English learners, we are now in the type 2 conditional sentence. Let's find what type 2 conditional sentence is. The second conditional sentence is used when the results or consequences only have manifested expectations, even though the probability is very small. It doesn't necessarily happen, but it can also become a reality. The second conditional for present or future imaginary situations, dreams, wishes, untrue, unreal events now. Okay, those are about type 2 conditional sentence. Let's see the structure of type 2 conditional sentence. If we have already talked about type 1 conditional sentence, so the structure or the formula just change into past. If, simple past tense, and then past future tense. Or if the main clause in front, past future tense plus if clause, if plus simple past tense. I remind you that the structures of simple past tense: positive form, subject plus verb to; negative form, subject did not or didn't plus verb 1, while question forms did and then subject plus verb 1. Remember, the to be to or the second to be used only were. This is the to be to which always used for all subjects. For all subjects. We do not use was, but were. For the type 2 conditional sentence. Can you understand this? Okay. And the structure of past future tense, the positive form, subject would plus verb 1, the negative form, subject plus would not or won't plus verb 1, and the question form would subject plus verb 1. There should be question mark here. Okay, can we go to the example? Okay, the example of type 2 conditional sentence. Number 1, if it didn't rain, okay, didn't plus verb 1. If it didn't rain, we would visit grandmother. Would plus verb 1. Second example, if you gave her money, she would be very happy. After if subject and then verb 1 of give become gave, and then would be very happy. If you gave her money, she would be very happy. The third example, I would buy you internet voucher if you helped me with the laundry. Would buy and helped. The fourth example, grandfather wouldn't have breakfast if you didn't prepare it for him. Wouldn't plus have or verb 1, and then didn't plus verb 1. The last example, the question form, we put would. Would you join us to see the movie tonight if I pick you up? Okay, would you join us? After would, subject, and then verb 1. Would you join us to see the movie tonight if I pick verb 1 in the if clause? Sorry, verb 2 in the if clause, the past form. If I pick you up. Okay, so these are the examples of type 2 second conditional sentence. Understand? Okay, are you ready for the exercise? Yeah, very good. Think about the exercise. Number 1. If you study harder, you would pass the exam. If you study harder, you will pass the exam. I give you the time to think. Have you got the answer? Do you get it? Okay, let's check whether your answer is the same as here. If you study harder, you will pass the exam. The answer is, if you studied. Studied here is the second form of study. So we put ed, yeah, for the past form of study. If you studied harder, you will pass the exam. Okay, now the exercise number 2 of type 2 conditional sentence. If our English were good, the teacher blah 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 choose us. If our English were good, the teacher blah 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 choose us. I give you the time to think. Do you get it? Yeah? Okay, let's check the answer. If our English were good, the teacher blah 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 choose us. The answer is, if our English were good, the teacher would choose us. Would plus verb 1 of choose. Okay, do you understand? Yes? Okay, ready for the next exercise? Yeah. Exercise number 3. I would not answer her SMS if I blah 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 you. I would not answer her SMS if I blah 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 be you. Okay, think. Done? Okay, let's check the answer. I would not answer her SMS if I be you. The answer is I would not answer her SMS if I were you. So the second to be used for if clause here is were. Remember, were is always used for the conditional sentence type 2 for all subjects. Yeah, you still remember. Very good. Okay, let's go to the exercise number 4. My mother would be very pleased if I helped her finish the housework. My mother would be very pleased if I helped her finish the housework. Okay, think. Yeah, you have got the answer. Very good. Let's check the answer. My mother would be very pleased if I helped her finish the housework. Would be. It will be no changes. My mother would be very pleased if I help her finish the housework. Very good, student. Now let's go to the exercise number 5. If you have $1 million, what would you do? If you have $1 million, what would you do? Think about the answer. Oh yeah, the second form of have. Okay, let's check the answer. If you have $1 million, what would you do? If you have $1 million, what would you do? The answer is if you had $1 million, what would you do? Okay, the second form of have is have. Very good. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, our English will be getting better and better. Goodbye, student. See you next video.